Hey, how you guys doing out there? Instagram world, Facebook world. Here's a few tips. So we're doing a lot of snatch technique on Wednesdays. So I'm showing Crystal right here. She's very, very strong. Powerlifting or powerlifting background?
Yes.
Okay, so bring it up real quick, Ashley. So with a powerlifting background, we're going to deadlift and squat right here because it's easier access to the glutes, hamstrings to work together. And it's a very strong position. Before moving the bar to the hip, our into one squat, so that we're not trying to move in any direction but up down. For the snatch, clean, and jerk, we're pulling up and then we're pulling under the bar. So we've got to remain athletic and balanced. So one way we do that is making sure that our weight's evenly distributed. We want to feel strong right here. We don't want to shift our weight too far back. A lot of beginning weightlifters want to throw their bodies behind them to move the bar upward. So right here, to keep the bar straight, we want to make sure we work on staying middle foot, but you want to stay strong when you stand up with the bar. So right here, a lot of people, when I go ahead and go lower your knees, push your knees out, right there, there we go, right there. So this position right here, so we want to make sure we're doing a snatch balance without the bar. So what we're showing Crystal is we want to make sure that the bar, shoulders, and hips are straight up and down. So go ahead and now so in order to keep the torso straight, now I have to move from the ankle and knees right there. So that's going to positionally change the torso position. So now come over here, kind of get a front view to the side view. So now what we're doing is pin the bars on your back, and right here you got snatch grip right there. So what we don't want on the drop snatch or snatch balance, so we don't want our hips going where? Back, because look where the bar's going right away. Bar's going out in front. So right here, push your knees out. So I'm positioning my knees and my ankles. I'm bending at the ankles so that I'm not going forward this way. So right here, see this? Now the weight's underneath me. Now from this position, I'm already set to go underneath. Right there. So now spread your knees more. Right there, but where's your weight at?
Midfoot.
So stay middle foot right there. Now push your knees out more. All right, now go ahead and drop snatch. Push, stay tight, look up, look up. All right, so one thing we want to look at is if you're working with lifters, and even myself, when you're learning, well, you can set up, that's awesome position. When you're learning how to position, and I do this too, is I'll see where my body's moving. That gives me, so I can see it, I can feel it, and I can gather information better. But as we get better, we want to position that head right here, so we can stand nice and tall. So we want to make sure that our eyes are set in front of us. So really quick, I want to just get some feedback. So now how does that change the drop snatch or overhead squat for you, or even the snatch position, or just putting yourself in that position?
So for me, the weight feels more evenly distributed because I'm used to just having everything back.
Yeah.
And so I feel a little bit more balanced, and I actually feel that my torso is stacked on top of my hips, and then on top of my knees, and then on top of my ankles. So it feels like everything is in a straight line, and I can keep the bar closer to my body as opposed to just pushing it back, and then I'm holding this out so far.
Yeah, go ahead and get the side view. So go ahead and show. So from a powerlifting, and I'll say this because the evolution of powerlifting, a lot of people wearing gear, like suits that would make you, would add 10, 15, 20 pounds on their lift, and they use a lot of box squatting. So what happens is they learn how to squat to a certain depth in their very strong position by staying on their heels, keeping their abs tight, and sitting back right there. So you're only going here and then back. That's an awesome position for, just a powerlifting deadlift. But the evolution, they got rid of suits, and people started using weightlifting shoes because everyone or some people might have ankle flexibility. So what the weightlifting shoes does is it gives you stability. So if you're squatting like this right here, that's lack of ankle flexibility. So the heels are going to actually help elevate the floor for you. So instead of squatting this way with your heels coming up, you can actually squat deeper because your angles on the ankles are changed, and now that allows my torso to go where? Stay upright right there. So remember, the deeper the squat, I have to fold more. So your deeper squat, now I got to bend even more. What happens is with a beginner, we'll do this because we haven't trained our ankle, knee, and hip flexibility. So really quick, let's go one more time. So right here, we're working on snatch balance, our dropping under the bar. So right here, we want to make sure we're already in mid position, because when you're pulling, you're going into the underneath catching position. So from here, so she's already in mid position, so we're pre-positioning her. So she's already in position to just go straight down rather than starting here, because this is not an athletic position. So go ahead and start with your legs straight, nice and tall, and pretend you have like 100 kilos, like 200 pounds on your back. So, and drop under, push. There you go, right there. Okay, now do it again. Now position yourself as if you're snatching. Does that make sense? So basically you're pulling the bar into a squat. Ready? Now bend your knees. Right there. Now where your hips? Right there. Now bend more here. There you go, right there. It's gonna feel, it's like at first when you do this, you're gonna feel not necessarily strong, it's just because everything's stacked.
Okay.
You don't feel back on your heels like when you feel like, okay, I can move some weight now. It's an athletic position because this position is allowing us to go to the next position. So for weightlifting, it's always a transition. It's one power position, strong position, into the next position. So if your pull takes too long, or you're not finishing on your pull under, a lot of those things affect the movement before or after. Ready? And pull under, push under. There you go, do it again. Now don't hesitate, just jump. Now I want to ask you to jump under the bar. Ready? Jump under the bar. Right there, stay tight. There we go. Now how's that now?
That feels better.
Okay, so remember, we jump because we want to move fast and explosively. So if you've ever seen this pull, and I worked with a lot of people yesterday, so I got to see it over again. So they'll pull, and I'm getting someone to work at heavier weights. So right here, he's pulling, he's crazy strong pulls, but people wait until the bar gets over their head before they do what? Yeah, so they're waiting for the bar. So that just lets me know they're sequencing their pulling under is based on how high the bar is. So when you're near max weights, we already know where the bar is going where. As soon as it comes up, we have to go where? Underneath. But a beginner will be like, okay, the bar's here, now I can go under. So, but if you're working with heavy weights, we want to make sure we're going to anticipate now. Here, pull, and then underneath. So as soon as I finish my pull, I already know the bar's going up, and then what do I got to do next? You got to pull there. You already know where you're going.
You need to go.
Just go. There's no you can't wait. Yeah, you can't. No hesitation. You don't want to wait for the bar. The bar is at my nose. I guess that means. So right here. So for you beginners and novices, where you gotta. And what happens is we think we have to have a big pull. So it's like this. I gotta just be monster pull, yes, but at the same time, if I'm stuck up here. Now I gotta go where? Underneath. So you want to make sure middle foot. Keep your abs tight, and a nice, even, strong finish. Without overpower, because sometimes we'll pull too soon, the bar will come out, or we'll lose power, because we want to make sure we're going to gain speed as it gets to the hip, because I can get here fast or slow, but I'm still going where? All right, so, and that's what we call timing right here. So that's a good squeeze, a good straight bar off the floor is going to give you an awesome opportunity to keep that bar straight and pull it high enough where you can get under. So any questions?
No, sounds good. Ready to work out.
Ready to work out. Ashley, okay guys, right here, this is my first Facebook post in a while. I'll go through phases. So there you go guys. Work on your technique, and the more reps you get, doesn't matter if it's a good rep or bad rep, you're taking the approach to getting a feel for the bar, moving more weight on the bar. And remember, it's not about the weight, it's your mindset.